the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the 76ers in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. And I'll tell you, two tremendous defenses tonight.
Yes.
It's going to be hard for either team to put up many points.
That's why you got to stay patient, Ernie. You can't just jack up shots. Every bucket is going to matter. Don't force shots. Just run your offense. Make sure everyone touches it. Make the defense work because they are willing to work.
And you got to pound the offensive glass, create second chance opportunities, and you got to try to get those easy buckets in transition.
Hey, so you got to be patient?
Yes.
I got a joke for you.
Oh.
I got a joke for you.
Okay, got it.
Okay, it's a knock-knock joke. Are you
Knock.
ready?
Yes.
All ready?
All right.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Impatient cow.
Impatient.
Moo. Because see, the cow said move
He was
before
so
the joke was
impatient.
over.
He said move before
Okay,
you
got
asked.
it. All right.
That's
That's a good one.
moo.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We have two terrific teams facing off in this one. Clark, would you say this is a measuring stick game?
I would think so, Kevin. I mean, certainly these teams will use it as a barometer for themselves. They both feel like they can play with anybody, so the confidence is not lacking. And these are two top-flight teams, and actually I'm anxious to see which one of them will come out on top in this one.
I agree. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got JaVale McGee. Curry is out there with McCollum, and it's Durant, and it's Siakam in at the 4. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Simmons kicks to Doncic. Embiid against McGee. Left side, Towns. Outside, Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Embiid. He can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. Durant against Kuzma. Outside Durant. McGee a screen. Durant the pass to Siakam. No good with the triple. Now here's Doncic. He is guarded by McCollum. Doncic kicks to Kuzma. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
You know, for such a young player, Kuzma has a tremendous amount of confidence and seems to be comfortable no matter where he is and what the circumstance is.
Now here's McCollum. The pass to Durant. McGee a screen on Kuzma. To the middle. McGee's shot is off.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
And here is Curry after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Curry kicks to Durant. Back to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Curry against Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. Bucket is good. Embiid's got his first points of the game.
That's big boy strength, real big boy strength. Embiid is so good at fighting through whatever challenges the defenses present.
And that one is good.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Stolen by McGee. Curry against Simmons. Beyond the arc. And that's good. Steph Curry for 3. Curry's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Warriors. Screen by Simmons. Doncic passes to Simmons. Outside, Towns. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Durant dishes to McGee. McGee a screen. Siakam passes to Durant. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Now, here's Doncic. And they get it. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Down low, here's McCollum. Count it.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Curry after Ben Simmons' bucket. Curry with it. Outguarded by Simmons. McGee a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Curry fires from way outside. That shot, no good. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
Here's Curry after Ben Simmons' bucket. McGee a screen. Back to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
That's good from Durant. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone. Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And Simmons slams it in.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Mark, obviously everyone's looking for talent, but talk about some of the players whose work ethic sets them apart in your mind.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic, I think, made him into an all-star. Obviously had good size and athleticism, but refined his offensive game and is now a multi-time all-star, and his work ethic is top level. Any of the guys that you've seen impact their teams or come from low draft positions or undrafted, Patrick Beverley, how about him as a guy that you look at and say, man, this guy's work ethic has really made the difference in his career.
Durant for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Here's Simmons. He's got 8. Towns the screen. Simmons inside. Curry meets him. They get it again. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Force and intensity. That's what Joel Embiid brings to the glass.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Curry kicks to Siakam. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Now, here's Doncic. Outside, Simmons. Towns sets the pick for Simmons. Kuzma passes to Embiid. Here's Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
The 76ers leading by 4. Inside, Kuzma. The offensive rebound. Hits the close-range jumper.
Active hands and really good energy pursuing the pumpkin there. Great hustle by Kuzma.
Curry against Simmons. Inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Now, here's Doncic. Outside, Simmons. Back to Towns. It's deflected. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry leading the charge. And the shot is good. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Collins checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Doncic. And it's Conley in for Ben Simmons. Durant against Kuzma. Curry trying to break free. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover, too, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
And so it's Golden State with it after the Sixers pick up 2. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. And stolen by Kuzma.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
Greg, they've been out of sync since the opening tip. I mean, they've got to take better care of the ball.
Now here is Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And here's Brogdon from the arc. It's rebounded by Curry.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Bridges checks in, and then for Golden State, Lamb, he's checked in for McCollum, and it's Lowry in for Steph Curry. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Here's Lowry, and the Warriors miss again.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Warriors trail by 4. Lamb sets a screen for Barnes. And it's Durant missing.
Well, it's surprising that he flunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
There's a screen by Collins. Collins setting the pick for Brogdon. To the middle. Collins, good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The 76ers leading by 6. Conley with the 3. Good on the triple.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now here's Lamb. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Buries it from 3-point range.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm. High percentage quality shots. And really getting whatever he wants.
Here's Conley. There's the pick to the wing on the left. Passes it to Bridges. Embiid sets the pick for Brogdon. Shot clock at 6. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brogdon kicks to Embiid. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Embiid's got 9.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and
A nice feel for when to get it to his guys for an open shot.
Now here's Brogdon. He has 5.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Lowry is a player who has worked his way to stardom. He says, I still feel like I can be better. I'm never satisfied. My team is good, but I think the best I can be is a champion. There is no other goal in basketball. Guys.
D.A., that's how you truly create a legacy. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court too.
I'll tell you, Bridges, you see the athleticism, the improving skill set, and the instincts are coming along.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for John Collins. Doncic comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Simmons subbed in for Mike Conley. He hits the second from the line.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
Kuzma's checked in for Philadelphia. Embiid with the steal. Simmons with it. He's got 8. Pass to Kuzma. Embiid with the screen on Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Kuzma passes to Embiid. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, he's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
Lowry kicks to McGee. Vucevic setting the pick for McGee. Feeds it to McCollum. And the rejection by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
Kuzma passes to Simmons. Outside, Towns. Pass to Doncic. From deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Towns against McGee. McCollum outside. Doncic with the steal. To the paint. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
McCollum kicks to McGee. Back to McCollum. Doncic with the steal. In the corner, Simmons with it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors trail by 15. McCollum passes to Curry. Back to McCollum. McGee a screen. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Here's Curry. He's got 10. Pass to McGee. Down low, McCollum takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Simmons inside the line. Hits the jumper in space. Simmons got 12 points in the game.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
And Vucevic kicks to Barnes, and Curry has it in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers leading by 15. And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort, just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Siakam is checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Kuzma. Embiid sets the pick for Kuzma. 4 on the shot clock. Over Barnes. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 6.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Now here's Barnes. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it over Simmons. Curry's shot is off.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
Towns up top. Here's Simmons. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 16 points for Ben Simmons.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Here's the screen. Siakam passes to McCollum. Barnes, right side. Nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so here is Philadelphia. Embiid with a screen on Curry. Here's Simmons, and no good. And Golden State will come the other way. Now here's McCollum. Not a lot of room. Here's Barnes, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter. Philadelphia leading by 11. And Simmons kicks to Towns. Kuzma sets a screen. It's stolen by Vucevic. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. McCollum outside. On its way from Curry for 2. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
The pass to Embiid. Here's Simmons. Yep, that one goes. Simmons got 18 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
McCollum outside, picked by Vucevic. Vucevic a screen on Towns. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. And that one hits back iron. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Simmons against Curry. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 20 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here's Curry. He's got 12. Picked by Vucevic. Curry dishes to Vucevic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
2.
First free throw is good.
Boy, tell you what, on offense, Vucevic is as talented as they come for a big guy. Has the ability to post up as well as shoot from the mid-range area, and that combination makes him a hard cover.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Mike Conley in for Kyle Kuzma. The 76ers leading by 11. Conley kicks to Towns. He dishes it to Doncic. Over Durant. Doncic, no good. Golden State's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And the basket by McCollum.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Curry against Conley. Passes it to Towns. Shoots over Vucevic. Towns with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 11.
Well, Towns has such a nice, smooth-looking jumper, capitalizing from the mid-range there.
And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Please, a hand at home for them. Clapping for yourselves. Oh. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
The skyline of Philadelphia looking especially majestic tonight as we welcome you back to action. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half, shot way above his average.
Exactly, Greg. And, you know, when he's scoring like this, they're tough to stop.
Here's Curry and Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got C.J. McCollum. He's out there with Curry. Durant is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. Now here's Durant. They trail by 11. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
Outside, Towns. Embiid sets the pick for Kuzma. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Kuzma's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the 76ers. McGee sets the pick for McCollum. Shoots over Doncic. Misses off the left iron.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, McCollum. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
I like the shiftiness of McCollum. I mean, feels like he can get any shot he wants to. Very efficient as a guard.
Back to Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
The Warriors have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, McCollum. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Simmons passes to Doncic. Embiid sets the pick for Doncic. And Simmons slams it in.
Love the connection Simmons has with his teammates. I mean, once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Siakam kicks to McGee. Outside Durant, three-pointer. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Simmons inside, guarded by Kirk. He gets it in there. 26 points for Ben Simmons.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Durant for 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Now a timeout called by Golden State. And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. Seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
Siakam passes to Curry. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from McCollum.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Now here's Simmons. 26 points for him.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
McGee a screen. Fires for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got his 3rd rebound tonight. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
2.
And the first one drops. Good on both. Here's Curry. 12 points for him. Pass to Siakam. McGee a screen. Siakam kicks to Durant. McCollum left side. There's a screen. Second chance shot. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
That's good from Durant.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact. Oh, man. I love that. Yes, indeedy. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Here's McGee, and he gets it to go. Now here's Simmons. He has 30. Dishes to Towns. Pass to Kuzma. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
That's good from Durant.
And Durant finally captured that elusive first championship in 17 and the finals MVP trophy to boot. An effortless scorer who has also made great strides defensively.
Collins checked in for Embiid. Then for the Warriors, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Siakam. Lamb comes in for McCollum, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Steph Curry. Philadelphia leading by 11. Doncic passes to Towns.
Come on, shoot!
Plays it up and banks it in. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
There's a good screen. Ariza dishes to Durant. They get the rebound. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
And Philadelphia calls time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Checked in for Trevor Ariza. Stolen by McGee. Outside Lowry. And then Durant with the jam.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Back to Simmons. Left block shot on the way. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game. Lowry against Simmons. Lowry kicks to Durant. McGee is screen on Kuzma. Durant the pass to Vucevic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Durant. The pass to Lamb. Left side Durant. From 11 feet away and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Durant's got 14 points here in the second half. Now here's Doncic, covered by Lamb. And here is Doncic from the stripe, and the jumper is on the mark. Doncic has got 9.
and he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
It's Durant on the wing, guarded by Kuzma. Lowry has the open look. No good on the three.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Warriors.
C.J. McCollum.
Here's Towns. Here's Doncic. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. He's got 11. Warriors trail by 13. McCollum kicks to Lowry. McCollum with the screen for Lowry. Passes to McGee. Here's McCollum. McGee a screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Vucevic, and another basket for Golden State.
And throughout his career, you like to see this in a player. Vucevic has worked on expanding his range. Now he has a very reliable stroke from the mid-range area.
And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
Now, Doncic, he's got 11. Over McCollum. Tries again, and Towns finishes inside. Towns has got 6.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
Here's Lowry. Kicks it to Vucevic. It's McCollum on the wing. He's got 17. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the 76ers with some changes. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Doncic. And it's Mike Conley in for Collins. And he's good on the second. The 76ers leading by 12. Conley the pass to Towns. Poked away. A floater. McGee with the block. Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. It's good.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Here's the screen. Outside, Simmons. Shoots over McGee. No good from Simmons. Warriors trail by 10. McCollum left side. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. They recover it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. So it's the Warriors now, down by 12. It's Durant on the wing. He kicks it to Vucevic. Lets it fly. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the hustle by Vucevic, I mean, showing real commitment and investment on the glass and finding ways to come up with second chance opportunities for his team. That's very impressive.
Towns, a screen on Lowry. Lock at 6. It's stolen by Vucevic. McCollum up top. He's guarded by Brogdon. They set the pick. Lowry kicks to Durant. Vucevic a screen on Kuzma. Here's Siakam. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists in the game.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Conley, the pass to Towns. Shoots over Vucevic. Buries it from about 10 feet away. That's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
Conley against Lowry. Down low, Vucevic, and the rejection by Towns. Just 5 on the clock. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Simmons. And Golden State also making a change. Curry's checked in for Kyle Lowry. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Embiid the screen. Brogdon with it. Now defended by McCollum. Towns with the bucket.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Curry against Conley. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Embiid.
What a family of shooters the Currys are. Dell, Seth, Steph, they can all shoot the lights out, but if they have a family three-point contest, I think I'd have to go with this man here. I think I'm going with Steph.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Curry.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And Simmons kicks to Towns. And it's good off the back rim and in. Towns has got 13 points here in the second half alone. No good, shot missing. And so it's Philadelphia up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Doncic in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, They're piling it on now.
Outside, Simmons. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And Simmons slams it in.
For a 6'10" player like Simmons to be handling the ball like that, come on. That's criminal.
Curry kicks to Siakam. Picked by Vucevic. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
Embiid against Vucevic. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
That's his fourth foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Warriors on D. It's a 16-point game. 76ers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Towns, no luck.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running. Towns dishes to Doncic. Can't connect from short range. Warriors trail by 16. Durant with a wide open look. And the Warriors miss again. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his fourth foul of the contest. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Durant, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Curry. Vucevic setting the pick for Curry. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Vucevic with the block.
And you know, with Vucevic, as is the case with all shot blockers, it's about timing. And how can you bait that shooter into shooting a shot that you know you can block?
Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Luka Doncic. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's Durant to end the drought, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's his second personal.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
At the line for Warriors, Kevin Durant. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Durant hits them both. Philadelphia with the ball. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I like the variety pack offense that Simmons gives you. A little bit of everything. I mean, and that's huge for his team. When you're guarding him, it's almost pick your poison.
And the rejection by Towns. Simmons on the wing. To the inside. Stolen by Durant. Now the Warriors moving it up. McCollum up top. There's the dish to Curry. Pass to Durant for the three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Simmons on the wing, guarded by Kerr. And the basket is good. 17 points for Joel Embiid.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Curry is inside. Simmons is there.
Boy, incredible effort on defense, refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
Kuzma passes to Simmons. Bucket is good. Simmons got 40 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Siakam kicks to Durant. Vucevic setting the pick for Durant. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Here's Towns, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors.
Well, you try to look for weaknesses in Towns' game, but really not much there to speak of, particularly at the foul line, where he's been terrific.
The free throw drops for Towns. And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility, Clark. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep. He can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard. Well, the 2016 Rookie of the Year, Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Cat. Only the 5th player to win that award unanimously. And by the way, in year 2, he set the Timberwolves franchise record for scoring in a season.
Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
And Towns gets it to go. And you talk about Towns' sophomore year. He became the first player, Clark, in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a single season.
Wow, that is impressive, boy. But his shooting ability, for his size, remarkable. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me before his career is done, Kevin, if he joins Dirk Nowitzki as the only 7-footers in the 50-40-90 club. 50% two-point field goals, 40% or better from 3, and 90% from the line.
And the 76ers call time here. On our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
To the left wing. Here's Siakam. Here's Durant. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Here's Towns. The feed to Simmons. Towns trying to get open, and it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Towns.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Durant. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Durant's got 36.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Curry against Simmons. Good. Simmons got 44.
Well, he's willed this team to the lead, demanding the rock and capitalizing with ease.
Golden State moving it around. No problems knocking that one down.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
Embiid with a screen on McCollum. Here's Simmons. The shot from the low post is good. Simmons got 46 points.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Here's McCollum. Sweet little floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Philadelphia leading by 15. Down low, Towns. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Towns has got 7 now in this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
McCollum kicks to Durant. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Doncic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Doncic has got 11 in the second half. Pass to Durant. Shoots over Kuzma. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Here's Simmons. That one goes. Count it. Simmons got 48.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Back to McCollum. 6 to shoot. McGee sets the pick for McCollum. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Simmons dishes to Doncic. Over McCollum. Misses off the right iron. Towns with the steal. And the pass to Kuzma. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
Here's Curry. Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. McCollum outside, and it's McGee with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
And Towns gets it to go.
Well, I like the focus Towns has. So confident down low. Taking advantage of his size there.
Durant kicks to Curry. McCollum trying to get open. The shot by Curry, no good.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Outside, Towns. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Hey, Kevin, no idea what happened there, quite honestly. I mean, seemed like he just mistimed that pass.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Joel Embiid. Bridges comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Brogdon, he's checked in for Doncic. And it's Conley in for Simmons. Different look here for the Warriors. Barnes, he's checked in for Siakam. Risa comes in for Kevin Durant. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Lowry in for Curry. Stolen by Collins.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
Sheer dominance from him tonight. I mean, he could not be contained. A big reason for their success this evening.
Shot clock at 6. Bridges a screen on Lowry. Conley's shot is off. Here's Golden State now, down by 15. Barnes kicks to McGee. McGee is screen on Brogdon. On the wing, Lamb. He's guarded by Brogdon. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. .24 seconds left in the game. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And it's Conley penetrating.
And Mike Conley, the fellow Buckeye, is about as reliable as it gets in running his team and doing everything you want a point guard to do. A crafty defender. He also has really elevated his game offensively.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, former 4th overall draft pick. Conley took a while to develop physically, but the mental parts have always been there.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lowry against Conley. There's the three. It's off.
And I think Bridges has some real upside defensively. He's strong, athletic, and able to guard multiple positions. And that's what every team is looking for.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.